What is up, YouTube? This is DBZ49 coming at you with my Dragoon Burning Abyss deck profile. Now, this deck is extremely fun, and it can do a lot in this format. I would consider it as like a 1.5 tier deck right now. It's very fun, very versatile, can break boards, can establish really nice boards with Dragoons and other stuff. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get on with the deck profile, starting off with the main monsters. Obviously, we run the triple Graff. So pretty much when this card gets sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a Burning Abyss monster from your deck. So obviously this is the best one, and obviously, you know, with the ban list, all the Burning Abyss cards are pretty much unlimited now. We have full access to running as much copies as we want. Next we play triple Scarm. Obviously the searcher of the deck. During the end phase you can search. Most likely you're going to search the tour guide, but also there are like situations where you would want to search a like Graff or something and discard it off of Dragoon so you can get Graff effects that can serve as another interruption. So that's pretty neat. Next we only play double Farfa. So I was running 3, but this is a 40 card build, and I'll explain why I run 40. I used to run 50 actually, run like minimal hand traps and run a lot of trap cards, but I condensed it to 40 cards because I noticed that I was clogging a lot with like, you know, normal summons and like Fiendish Rhino Warrior, tour guides and stuff, and I didn't want to clog my hand with too many monsters, and I just felt that you didn't need a third copy of Farfa. You can easily live with 2. More than likely, you're not going to be resolving Farfa's effect 3 times in duel anyways, so that's why I cut it down to 2. In fact, I also cut down Seer to 2. I know this sounds kind of ridiculous, but this also kind of clogs in hand, and you don't really want to see it. You primarily want to get it off with Graff to, you know, special summon it and then use this effect to bring back the Dante or whatever you need. So this ratio has been working well for me. Also, for the one-ofs, for the BAs, I run 3, one of each of these, Libic, Calcab, and Alich. I don't run Barbar. I feel like that card's kind of useless. I know it's only good for time, but these cards all serve a purpose and essentially just different names. So, you know, you can special summon them for free, break boards, especially going second, so you can like go into Fortune Tune and then go into Zeus and wipe the board and continue on with your plays. So yeah, I mean, this one negates a monster effect, this one allows you to special summon from hand, and this one bounces a set card. And yeah, that's it for the Burning Abyss monsters, and now we play triple tour guide. Obvious reasons, the best card in the deck. Next we play triple Fiendish Rhino Warrior. Since this is a Dragoon variant, I wanted to play 3 Fiendish Rhino Warrior because this card and any BA card makes Beatrice, Verte, Anaconda, and Dragoon. This card just allows you to send anything to the graveyard, get whatever you need. Excellent card. Also great for protection. So when you normal summon and special summon your BAs, like it can't be destroyed by card effects, and some people forget about that. That's pretty cool. Also, it's a great discard fodder. Yeah. The next for the hand traps, we do play triple Ash Blossoms for obvious reasons. And then also we do main deck triple Nibiru. I just think that Nibiru is one of the best hand traps, most impactful hand traps right now. And it does conflict with your BAs because if you do go second in a duel and you drop Nibiru, like you have to get rid of the Nibiru token. But there are ways to do so, and also you can just normal summon like a Fiendish Rhino Warrior or something to link it off for Verte. And yeah, next, obviously for the Dragoon package, we do play the one Dark Magician and the Red Eyes. Next, for our draw engine, we do play triple Prosperity. This is probably the best draw card for the deck. Your extra deck space is actually very tight, so I tend to use to banish only 3. Only when I'm very desperate, I'll go for 6. But, I mean, this card just gets you what you need, and, you know, whether if it's an extender, hand trap, and yeah. Moving forward, we play triple Forbidden Droplets. This card is absolutely insane, this deck, because cards that you send, essentially, most likely your monsters, they'll gain their effects, so you know, essentially, like, you lose advantage. And this deck has a hard time going second, so you do want to have some cards to, like, prevent your opponent from playing the game. And to get over nasty boards, Droplets can do that for you and trigger other card effects. And then we do play the one Red Eyes Fusion. But I'll go back to Droplets and Prosperity for a sec. You do not, by any means, need to like invest as much money in these cards. There's other options you can play. For example, when I was playing a 50-card variant, I took out the Prosperities and I played Desires, and then I played a bunch of like normal trap cards with it, like cards like Trap Trick, Torrential, Dynamiscus. Such a viable option. By no means you don't have to play this 40 card condensed build. And yeah, and that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that. For more hand traps, you do play triple Imperm. I think Imperm right now is very strong. And finally, for the traps, you do play a triple Torrential Tribute. Those cards are like absolutely bonkers in this deck. Because like you're gonna sit on Dragoons and like Torrential won't destroy your Dragoon, and then you'll have a Beatrice and a Verse, but Verse is kind of useless unless if you're trying to like link climb into like Access Code or something like that. But Torrential is just such a good blowout card. And then your BAs flow under it. And yeah, and that is it for the main deck. That is 40 cards. Now moving on, we'll go with the side deck here. We do play triple Droll. I think Droll is one of the most impactful hand traps right now. It shuts down almost all the top contending decks. And you just need to have the most impactful blowout cards going second. Just like one card, high value. Instead of problem solvers, we want, card enders, essentially. Another example of that is triple Artifact Lancia. Prevent opponents from banishing cards. It's almost main deck worthy. I see a lot of people main it, but I just prefer to have it in the side. Next, we do play triple Dark Blue No More. For those boards that have like 5-6 monster negates, just drop this and just go on with your play. Make Dragoons and just wipe the board, or even make Zeus. Next, we play triple Lightning Storm. Another high impact card. Just drop it as a Harpy's Feather. You can easily cut one for Harpy's Feather Duster. You can easily just cut all three for Cosmic Cyclone. Those are all viable options. And finally, we do play a triple Evenly Matched. Just really good against certain matchups. Once again, another high value card. You can search these cards with, not search, but use Prosperity to dig to get these cards to help break boards. And yeah, that is it for the side deck. Moving on, we're going with the extra deck here. We do play, obviously, the 1 Dragoons and the 1 Dante, Pilgrim of the Burning Abyss. Dragoons is what people are saying, like, it's the new BA card, because it works so well with this deck, because every time you discard something, you're just generating advantage by discarding, like, a BA card, and the fact that you can just keep recycling cards with Dante, you're always going to have a lot of card advantage, and it's just overwhelming for your opponent to get over. Then we do play this. Does not come up often. It's an excellent Pot of Prosperity target. Then we do play only 2 Dante. I wish you could play 3, but I don't see myself ever going to 3 that much. Also, it can recycle itself back. And that's pretty much it. And the extra deck space is just extremely tight. Like, You'll see. Next, we do play, obviously, the 1 Beatrice. So you usually have your end board with Beatrice and Dragoon. It's pretty nasty. Just being able to like send anything off during other player's turn, and then detach the Dante to add a material to your hand to use that material for Dragoon to discard. It's pretty insane. Next, we play my personal favorite card in the extra deck, Fortune 2. This card is absolutely nuts. Like, let me just read this card. So, pretty much, 2 level 3 monsters. During each of your standby phases, gain 500 life points. So, in time, if that ever comes up. This card cannot be just targeted by card effects. If this face-up card would be destroyed, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card instead. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, target 2 level 3 monsters in the graveyard, shuffle them to the deck, and if you do, return this card from the graveyard to the extra deck. So, that last effect is kind of irrelevant. Ideally, you just want to, like, ram into something on your opponent's side of the field. Ideally, something in defense mode so you don't lose life points. Attach material, go into Downerd maybe, and then go into Zeus, and just wipe the board. It's pretty insane. Obviously, we do play the 1 Downerd, so sometimes like you bring a Dante back, swing it, and then just slap a Downerd over it, and then Zeus. Downerd is just literally just a body material for Zeus. Speaking of Zeus, we do play the 1 copy of Zeus. Some people play 2. I don't blame you for that. Zeus is just absolutely nuts. The fact that you can go to the 2 of the most powerful cards going first to second, Dragoon and Zeus, is just is amazing. Also, another very powerful card, we do play the 1 Access Code Talker. This card just goes for game and just board wipe, and it's just very beefy. It's Access Code, not much more to say. We do play 1 Boral Sword. I was thinking about cutting this card for potentially a Gravity Controller. Y'all know the combo with that. Just put the Dante in the extra monster zone, link it away, and then make a Beatrice. But there are some sticky situations where Borrelsword does come up where you just need to like go for OTK or just get over big monsters. So that's why I do play the one Borrelsword. I do play the one Nightmare Unicorn. For the IP Masquerena play. The one Trisbania. This card's absolutely nuts, especially against the Zoo Eldritch matchup. They'll set 4 or 5 pass, and then you do your IP play. Use IP and Beatrice, summon Trisbania, use Beatrice effect to dump like a Graff or something, special summon something underneath Trisbania's monster zone, board wipe, burn, and then just essentially go for game. You can potentially go into like access code afterwards. We do play the one Verte for the Dragoon package, the one IP Masquerena, in case the Dragoons does get destroyed or something, then you do have the IP Masquerena to go into Unicorn or whatever. And finally, we do play the one Cherubim. This card's actually kind of nice. Protects your B8 monsters, allows you to summon your B8 monsters underneath its token, and or not token, it's link pointers, and just sends whatever you need to the graveyard to for the longer plays. And that is pretty much for the deck profile, guys. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free to post it down below in the video. I try my very best to read your comments and respond. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and have a nice day.